Good morning, Jaffa family. It is Monday, December 18th. It is noon here on the East Coast and 9 a.m. in California. And I am so excited for our last Marketing Monday of the year. It's been such a fun year all together. I'm so glad that we get to round out the year together. We have a quick but fun-filled Marketing Monday for you today. So without further ado, as I let more people in, let's get to it. So our first order of business today is my friend Cheryl Sykes is here as our speaker feature. We're the Sticky Sisters today, so if we cough or look a little glazed, don't mind us. But we're here to talk about ending our December and getting ready for January. So let me give Cheryl a little free cred. Miss Cheryl Sykes is the top sales and sponsoring leader of 2023. She has had an amazing year, and I've been so blessed to watch it unfold. But she's here today to talk about how she's going to finish December and how she's going to plan Q1 of 2024. So let me stop that and let me give a little spotlight to our friend here. And my dear, welcome to Marketing Monday.
Well, thank you, thank you. And when I saw that line on Jackie's slide, I thought, wow, I didn't know that. But I do know that we've grown a lot this year and we've done well. And I'm really excited about that. I was looking at some numbers this morning and we surpassed, well, actually March, ever since March of this year, we have done better year to date over 2022. And a lot of that I think is just what Martha always told me in years past, is being in touch with people and being consistent and communication. And that goes for communication with your team as well as communication with clients and prospects. And that's kind of just been a focus this year of incremental little bits. And when you do those little things day in and day out, they add up even when you don't realize how much they're adding up, because they just compound on themselves. So and I'd love to hear some of y'all's focuses as well, but mine really, if they're like 4 top things that you could do in these last 2 weeks of the year, one of them is following up with clients who placed orders in September, because those are the ones, just getting a rolling forward thing going of following up with clients to do how goes it calls, is anything you need, this, that, and the other, because even though gift giving time is kind of past in order to get it from Jafra, people still run out of stuff and they still need stuff. And just this week, I've got calls for people who need stuff and they're looking at giving gifts in January. So, but following up with clients. Number 2 is to really focus now on creating just an exciting scheduling offer for next year. What can you do if you were to do a ×2? We used to, when we years ago, we actually gave royal jellies as hostess gifts. And you can do it with anything, actually. But we took a bunch of them to the party ahead of time. And when someone scheduled, they got a gift right then for scheduling, and they got a second equal value gift when they held their party. So, people who got something on the spot were far less likely to cancel than people who were waiting to get a hostess gift. So really that ×2 thing, and they love drawing for the chance. Like you take 4 or 5 products, and you'd put a little sticker on the bottom of 2 of them, and they just draw. And if they were lucky, they got 2. And if they weren't lucky, they got their hostess gift early. So one of their hostess gifts early. So that's something that you can do to create a really neat scheduling offer for next year. And then, I don't know about y'all, but I have had gobs of people who have told me that not now. It's not a good time when I've talked to them about opening up a Jaffer account or coming to be part of our Jaffer family. And they've just said, not now, not now, not now. I mean, gobs of them. I'm sure y'all have too. Well, this is the perfect time of year to follow up with those people. Just the end of the year is coming. I know you've wanted to join us. You've been thinking about it. Is now the right time. We've got some great offers end of the year, and you can start off running full force in January. And then the last thing is planning for next year, and really only looking out like 90 days. Just don't try to do the whole year. Just think, where do I want to be by the end of March? What do I want to accomplish in the first 3 months of this year? And really zeroing in on that and creating a game plan. So, and just biting it off a little bit of a time versus trying to do the whole year, because heaven only knows what's going to happen next year. So, taking it bit by bit and focusing on what you want to accomplish and doing that ever critical follow-up. So anybody else have any ideas?
Well, let me add myself in here so I can ask you some questions.
Okay.
So, because there's nothing in the chat so far, and anybody who wants to chime in, please do. Just pop your hand up. Something just stood out to me, and I wrote it down, what you just said about 90-day cycles.
Mhm.
And I'm wondering if you have feedback here. So it's always been my belief that we work in a 90-day reap and sow kind of cycle. And so would you find that over the last year, the experience that you've had is that at the end of 90 days, you can look back and see where you were to get where you
Mhm.
had come to?
Mhm.
Is that accurate? So
It is.
any advice or thoughts going into 2024 of ways that folks can set themselves up for 90-day successes as they come?
Well, one book that Lisa Washington recommended to me that I will recommend to all of y'all is this book called The 12-Week Year.
Tell us about it.
Well, it basically is a game plan for achieving more in 12 weeks than you do in 12 years. And it's of that philosophy that you can only deal with that much. And so you work for 12 weeks, you set goals, and then you take a week off and you do it again. You do it 4 times a year. And it just keeps you focused on what you want to do. It's basically like treating each week like it's a month. And so, what do you want to accomplish? What are your big buckets that you want to do? And really focusing intently on them versus letting time drag.
I love that. I love that. Do you think that, and I mean, obviously I know the answer, but do you think that as we reflect on where we started to where we are at this moment, no matter what the time frame is, 90 days, 12 weeks, whatever, do you think there's a direct link in our attitude and in our planning to our success at the end of the day? And like, how can we set ourselves up to have a clear mind space as well as a clear calendar? Do you have a thought on that? I'm putting you on the spot. I'm sorry.
Um, well, I don't know. I just try to stay away from stinking thinking.
Okay.
I mean, I really try to just stay away from it. I don't have time for it because that will get you off your path. And I have learned that you need to know where you're going in order to get there.
Yes.
And so, and each one of us has a different end spot in mind. So how I want to get to where I want to be versus how, Sarah wants to get to how she wants to be. We both can get to the same spot, but we might take different roads.
Sure.
And they're both good roads to go on. But you've got to do it in a way that's good that works for you. And you've got to just know where you want to go and then figure out how you're going to get there.
I love
And you're more committed to it when you're telling yourself where you want to go versus somebody else telling you where you want to go.
Ain't that the truth? Self-directed growth is always going to be more powerful because you're bought in, yeah?
Yeah.
So,
So
okay, so I'm looking at the calendar, I'm looking at December, and I'm thinking, what in the world can I do to impact the last essentially what 14 days of December? What can I do to move me forward? So we've surpassed the shipping cutoff for guaranteed Christmas delivery, but not everybody's celebrating Christmas out there, right? So there's still plenty of time. What's something this week that our friends can do to actively move
free
forward in our
shipping,
business? Free
just free
shipping.
shipping.
Yeah, say more.
Free shipping is fantastic. And especially if you're trying to move in active consultants, free shipping is a big, 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 big appeal. Then you've got that great 75% off end of year sale, which is good,
Mhm.
plus all the great December specials. But I think that free shipping is a great, pardon me for sucking on these so I don't
You're
cough
fine.
everywhere.
I'm coughing in their faces for both of us.
But it's free shipping. I mean, who doesn't love free shipping?
If you're reaching out to say inactives or um formers even, or folks who might need a reason to come back in, Sarah's saying, I thought free shipping is only for actives. Well, sure, you can get active with free shipping, right? So if we're looking at for consultants a $99 threshold, how would you reach out to them, an inactive, say, to invite them back for December?
I always start just saying it's Jaffa time and we've missed you. I mean, it's Jaffa time. And, there are things that I'm sure some of your Jaffa faves you've probably run out of. We've got some great few specials, like the body complex special, because a lot of people love the body complex. That's a tremendous value. Everybody loves Royal Almond. That's a great value and a great special offer. But just putting together something that totals at least $99 so that they've got an idea of what they can order for $99, and just give them a few hints to pick and choose from to make it easy, with a link to the brochure and obviously a link to Jaffa Biz. But it's just what we want to welcome you back. We've missed you. Come back. And it's not been a better time when you can get free shipping. So
Right. And they likely, if they're inactive, they likely haven't seen a brochure, right? So it would be a service to them, the
yeah.
service to your team to reach out and show them what the great options are,
Yeah.
right?
Plus they also, if they want to splurge and do 400, then they get that humongous Royal Almond body oil. That's a great way to refill the little bottles, and they get something else too, but I can't remember what it is.
It's okay. Maria just said the 5 for 99. I didn't even think of that, but that's perfect to that $99 price point.
That is 5 for 99 is a fabulous deal.
That's amazing.
Mhm.
So for me, if I was going to look at the next 2 weeks and see how I was going to move the needle for my business, if I was out there, last minute shoppers are my favorite shoppers because they forget that they have a budget. They just need to check things off their list, right? So for me, I think I would reach out to folks online, like in my local community, or even pick up the phone, do a little texting, and send some partners and maybe some children or grandchildren of my customers a link to their loved ones' favorites.
Yeah, but they
Um,
can't, they won't be able to get it by Christmas now though, will they?
well, what if I had it in my house, local?
Oh, well then yeah, that works too.
Yeah. Yeah. I
And
mean,
for
I know
your
Shafika's
shelves.
doing that, right?
Yeah.
She's doing a shelf clearing
Hmm.
just
Yeah,
to
and
get some
Shafika
new
did a
folks.
great giveaway with that too, as a thank you for being my clients. And I think that's a fabulous, fabulous offer.
She sure did. Do you want to unmute Shafika and tell them what you did? If you can.
Oh, okay. I did I did a video. So I just did a video as a thank you to my clients that, you know, look, I appreciate you. And my holiday open house is open. And I made a gift basket and just put all products in there that, you know, that I have around at home. And in the video I actually held up the gift basket so they could see. And I said, here is your invite to just, you know, stop by if you're in the area and get to choose I put a spa bag treat together for them with a bag of with a bag of skinny popcorn, a Nutri-Grain bar, some chocolate, and I wrapped it in, you know, in a holiday gift basket with a bow. So that was their, you know, their spa treat, and then they get to pick a gift here and stuff. So I've had several people, you know, I did the video, sent it out, I texted out in groups of 10, you know, to people here. So one of the girls that answered the other girls that were on the list, and she responded, hey, why don't we just all gather over Shafika's party to house for a spa party? We haven't seen each other in a while.
Okay.
So yes. So they're in the process of scheduling that, and I sent it out to all my male clients, and 3 of them are coming over this week also too, to pick up some holiday gifts here and everything for them. So it's been working out well. And I had the book club over here last night here. So 4 of the 10 women showed up, but they were great. We had fun, had over $400 worth of sales, and planted the seed. A lot of them were asking about opportunity. So I went over the whole opportunity with them. So it was fun.
That's fantastic, Shavika.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, see, unexpected share. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you are inspiring me to turn my dining room into a permanent Jaffa shop.
Yes, yes.
Honestly, who needs a dining table when you can
That's
have
right.
a store in your dining room?
No.
Who needs to eat?
I know.
Fine.
Make
Thank you, Shafika. You're the best. Okay, so then if we have these last 2 weeks that we're trying to slay, we also have a really big heavy lift to come up to get prepared to walk into January, right? So what's a way that you always start? Do you have a thing that you always start a new year with? Like, do you have a tradition that you do? Do you do a vision board? Do you do no, she's
Well,
shaking her head.
I do a vision board, but I don't really have any big things that I do every year, but I do a vision board about where I want to be, you know, things that I want to have and do and see. And it's not just Jaffa stuff, it's all kinds of stuff, really thinking about, because I'm a firm believer in what you think about comes about.
Yes.
And if you can see it and visualize it, then you can make it happen.
Absolutely. So I don't know. Can I ask you, is this too much?
No?
What's something that you are visualizing or wanting for January that you're putting out into the world for 24?
I really want next year for our team to bring in 100 new consultants.
I love that.
That is something that I want for all of 2024. So that's like 25 a quarter. That's something that I really want. Yeah, and I also want to get back to DD. So that's something else of really keeping my antennas up for people who want to grow. And my newest consultant this month, Obi, is interested in that. I asked her what her game plan was, and she said, getting my friends to sign up. And I thought, well, that's a fabulous thing to do. So, so it's just but that's it mainly. It's because the more I've been thinking about this from a big picture perspective, the more I realize how crucially important sales are. I mean, sponsoring is, because the sponsoring drives the sales. It absolutely positively drives the sales, and you've got to have newbies coming in to continue to grow. And I don't care whether you're Jaffa or whether you are a garden club or whether you are a business or anything else. You have got to have new people coming in, new customers coming in. And so that new is critical. It's absolutely critical.
Is there a non-negotiable marker for you that you're setting for yourself, monthly or weekly? Is there something that sponsoring wise is non-negotiable for you for 24?
Wow, you're putting me on the spot here to
I
make
know, and I'm
this known
doing it
to
on
the
purpose.
world.
You're so welcome.
Well,
Just record it.
I want to do at least 3 a month. I want to do at least 3 a month and really focus on finding consultants who are going to do the 5, because really, I think 3 for me is kind of a non-negotiable personally. And then being more successful in getting indirect sponsoring going. But really, I want to earn that quarterly bonus. I want to earn that quarterly bonus. So that's going to mean sponsoring. So
Yeah, absolutely. I love that.
Mhm.
My very last question about 2024 for you is, what are you most excited about for your business for quarter 1 of 2024?
What am I most excited about?
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. I'm sure we're going to have new products coming out next year, and that's always very exciting. I'm excited that Jeffrey's going to be doing more in-person training this next year.
Mhm.
I think that's really exciting. I'm assuming we're going to have a trip, and I am excited to learn where that's going to be.
Mhm.
I'm really excited to hear about that, because I always love to travel. And I don't know, life is good. I'm just excited, period.
I love it. And I love you. And thank you so much for sharing.
You're
Um,
welcome.
Sarah would like to talk briefly about Project Broadcast that you've inspired her to work on. So I'm going to ask her to unmute. Do I, Cecilia? I do. And I'm just going to sit on that information. I'm going to add Sarah into the chat. Please talk about Project Broadcast.
So, sorry, I had to put my collar on. This is my new designer look for the holidays. I went and got a Santa hat because I tried wrapping this and it didn't work. Hold on. I'm gonna leave my phone.
Oh, where'd she go? We lost her. Maybe.
I'm here.
Okay, perfect. I'm looking for you.
Can you see me? Hello?
Hold on. I can't
I'm
find you
here.
in the list.
Oh, I'm gonna take this off.
Okay.
She's on my right side of my screen. I can see her with the snow and the cabin in the background.
I can't.
She's
It's
in a
okay.
very cold
Keep
place
talking.
right now.
I'll grab you. No
Okay,
worries.
so Cheryl and Shafika and Debbie Yingling and I were in a pod, and they let this Westie in with the Easties, and I love them all. They're my sisters in Jaffra, like all of you. Anyways, and she kept talking about Project Broadcast, and I think, and I'm finding the time is crazy, but making the time saves time. So, and this is a good time of year when maybe you're a little bit slower and you have time to set up a communication system. So, Project Broadcast is a communication texting system. And so, she she helped me a little bit to figure out how to do it, because it's anytime you do something new, it's a little different with verbiage and whatever. So I'm so proud of myself because I made it a priority. I have done twice sent out video messages to all my formers. I had 348. Hold on, I got to tell this person I can't talk to them. Okay, can I call you later? There we go. I had 348 English formers, and then I don't know how many Spanish. I have to do that video now. But I put on my little Santa hat because Vicky motivated us, and I just did a 1-minute video, and I put it on YouTube and invited them back and kept it really simple. I am in the philosophy, and I'm just going to share this because I feel very strongly about it. At my almost 49 years, February 20th with Jaffra, that you start at the top and they're going to trickle down where they want to be. So I always invite them in to join Jafra, and I really do not mention membership, buy wholesale, because they're going to do that anyways. I didn't get really crazy about biz and making money, but so I did a 1-minute video that I included, and you got to do it as a link because you can only do one photo. So you got to pick the right photo. So I picked the photo for the kit. And then I did a link of both the brochure and my video, which is a 1-minute video that went onto YouTube because they told me it was too long to include. And anyways, and just invited them back. I can put it in the leaders group if you want. And then I also did so I did the formers. That was my last one. I still have to do my Spanish video. That takes a little bit harder because, Spanish is my second language, not my first language. So it doesn't roll out as easy. And I'm a little more nervous about all my Latina consultants listening to me. But I tell them, if I can speak Spanish, you can speak English. So anyways, that, and then I did all my actives with the free shipping. I did all my comebacks with the Royal Almond. I did, there's one more. What was the VIPs. And I did all the VIPs come back. And I know in the last couple of days, I increased my my paid retail at least around $3,000 just by that. I'm going to send another one out with the free shipping because that motivates them. I had one of my formers say, "Oh, I was going to call you last time you did." I've sponsored, I think, 2 or 3 formers. So, some say don't contact me. I'm not interested, not using, blah, blah, blah. And I just take them off the list. But one said, "I've been thinking about you since the last one. I'm so glad you contacted me again. And I'm ready to get to join Jafra." Is Jafra in the Philippines?
No.
No, but Sarah, that's one of the things I love about Project Broadcast. I would call, I would email, I would do everything, and I never got any type of response from consultants. But once I started texting them, it was like they came out of the woodwork. And it's a real easy, non-invasive way to give people a heads up. And they really appreciate it. I mean, I can't tell you the number of times people say, "Thanks for the reminder," or
Yes.
"I love your reminders," or,
Yes.
and you don't have to inundate people with them, but just regularly reaching out to the P's and the I's and the formers, and even thank yous to the actives for just thanking them for being active,
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just love Project Broadcast.
Well, thank you, Cheryl, for motivating me,
You're
for
welcome.
helping me when I couldn't figure it out. And now that I have all my groups, because you have these little thing called tags, it is so easy. I spent the time, I got it done, and I am so happy. It's been a goal of mine for a long time. And my next goal is to do the voice call message because I paid for that several years ago and still need to work on that. But okay, I'm showing you my underwear. That's what I call like being honest and truthful. But once you have a system, and I know Jackie G has talked about this forever and ever, but it takes time to set up a system. So I just want to motivate all of you that are like me, that have thought about it for a long time, but just have yet to do it. Take this little bit of downtime between Christmas and New Year's when, you have a little more time and you maybe you're rained in or snowed in or our little bit of sprinkles stopped here. It didn't last too long. Not too much, enough to get the dust down. But anyway, so I just want to motivate all of you to do that because there's so much freedom to doing that. And what I also love is because I am a night owl, I can do it into the wee hours of the morning and I can set it up to go out in the morning. So I can get my work done because if I wait till the morning, it doesn't happen because my other business and job robs me of all my time. And so that's part of why I'm a night owl. So that's my body clock too. I was on perfectly on regular time, according to my husband, when I was in Hawaii, because I was born in Hawaii. I live in Hawaii time, but I'm in California. So
I
anyways,
love it. Thank you so
I
much.
just want to motivate all of you, and I want to thank Cheryl personally for being such an
You're
awesome,
welcome.
encouraging friend and example for all of us.
Well,
There's
thank
an
you. Thank
Oh,
you.
and
I'm
I want to
so
know the
glad
name
you're
of.
loving it.
Oh, thank you. I want to know the name of that book again because
Oh,
you were too fast.
Yep.
The 12-week year. Thank you. Oh, and Cheryl, one more thing you do that you motivated me, but I'm going to do it this year because I haven't done it yet, about how you write down your totals and do your comparisons. Your little book. Your
oh, my
book.
book.
Keeping your ledger. Mhm.
Your
Yes,
ledger
I love
book.
my ledger. I've been doing my ledger ever since I promoted to manager, and that was back in 92.
Well, yeah. So tell them about that because I'm going to do that this year. I'm going to do that this year. I
Jackie,
got
do
the
we have
ledger.
time for that?
I have one question and then I can pop you in. So thank you, Sarah. You're the best. I'm going to unpin you. Love you much. Cecilia wanted to know your strategy for bringing in sponsors. And I think you said 3-foot rule in the chat, but I think it's actually a really nice reminder. I don't know if you remember what you said to me when I was talking to you late the other night
What?
about when you recruited the new girl.
Oh,
Yeah, go ahead.
yes. Okay. So the 3-foot rule is anytime anybody gets within 3 feet of you, you need to speak to them and find some way to bring Jaffa into the subject. And so basically that's basically what I have been more intentional about doing. Just having it front of mind. Because I mean, there have been years in my Jaffa life where I have not had sponsoring top of mind, plain and simple. It just hasn't. It's been an accident that it's happened versus an intention. And this year I just decided it was going to be more of an intention. And we've sponsored 34 people in the branch this month compared to like in the teens last year. So I mean, it's building momentum, but just by keeping that focus. But I was in Office Depot and I was just standing there in line, twiddling my thumbs while this woman was having some coming apart at the desk because something or another, and just, waiting my turn. And I noticed how the sales clerk was just so patient with this woman, and she was so professional, and she was so kind and competent and everything else. I mean, she, is what she wasn't well, I shouldn't say she's not your normal Office Depot employee, but she wasn't your normal Office Depot employee. And so when it got it to be my time, I told her that I said, I'm looking for people like you in my business. I really would love for you to come and work with me. And she said, well, what do you do? And so I used my little tagline that I've got to change because of what she said to me. But I said, well, I just keep you looking fabulous. And she said, oh, you must be with Mary Kay. And I said, no, 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 no. And I said, why do you say that? And she said, because that's just what those people say. So, so anyway, I said, well, I got to figure out something else to say other than I keep you looking fabulous. But anyway, so we got past that, told her I was with Jafra, and I said, I'd love to meet with you and see if this is right for you, because I think you'd be awfully good. And bottom line, we met at Starbucks. She signed up, and she's the one who said that, I asked her what her strategy was for building her business, because she's got some other jobs, and she wants to be ultimately a tattoo artist. So she's in her 20s, perfect age. She does a lot of different things to generate money. And she just said she was just going to share it with all of her friends and get them to start selling too. So here we go for 2023, 2024. Hopefully she'll be my first manager.
I mean, cheers to just opening your mouth and following your impulse to give someone a compliment.
That's true. Absolutely. And that's all I did. I just gave her a compliment. And but I've got to figure out something else to say. So anyway,
Start
can't use
workshopping some responses.
Yes.
See what gets a good hit. I'll tell you what, let's talk about our ledger in January. Maybe you and I make a little video because I have a system too that I'd like to share with everyone.
Okay.
So let's put a pin in that and let's talk about it at the turn of the year because I think it'll be totally worth it.
Yeah, and that's a better time to do it.
For sure. Do you have any final thoughts before I rage on with the end of this meeting?
No, we can do it. I mean, we can do it. There's no reason why we can't blow the socks off the world next year. And we've literally got every skill it takes to do it. We've just got to make our minds up to do it. And I think we can do it. So let's do it.
Remember who you are and just do it.
Just do it.
Atta girl. Thank you so much.
Mhm.
It's always enlightening to learn from you, my darling. Thank you so much
Thank you.
for coming on with us.
Thank you.
And I'm
Thank
gonna-
you for tolerating my groggy voice.
Girl, I've been groggy for a month and a half. I appreciate it. All
You don't
right.
sound groggy though.
Thanks. I appreciate that for sure. All right, I'm pulling myself off a spotlight. I'm gonna pull my Cheryl
Can I
off
ask
the
you a quick
spotlight.
question while you're pulling yourself off spotlight?
Please go for it.
Cheryl just threw out something about how we're gonna make 2024 explode, and I remember everybody told us before, almost every year, start doing it now, right now, as much as we can, because that trip is probably going to count for this month, the qualifications, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't know, that's usually what happens. They'll say now December counts, right? So anyway, regardless whether it does or not, you can still get that impact going for January. So just a little plug I wanted to throw in there for incentive for
Well,
the trip.
and to that point, Cecilia, you reap what you sowed 90 days ago. So think about what you were doing 90 days
Ooh.
ago, and that's going to be what you have today. So if you're going to continue to have prosperity, have good success, you reap exactly what you sowed 90 days ago.
So ladies, it started in October, she's telling us.
I'm saying that you need that you need in order to be consistently working.
Gotcha. Thank you.
I love it though. It's a great reminder.
Thank you.
All right, you guys. I only have a few more things and then I will save you from the rest of your day. Big thank you to Cheryl, who is the greatest, the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Here's a reminder of what we have this week for you, okay? So we have the save up to 50% off winter beauty specials. Share these with your teams, with your inactives, with anybody who's looking to grab a little bit extra before the holidays. Clients get free shipping with $50 retail. Consultants get free shipping with $99. And that is Christmas Eve, the 23rd. That's up. My very favorite thing on this whole list is the 3-pack of Hydration Shock sheet masks for $14. They make excellent party gifts. They make excellent quick little gifts to throw in an envelope and mail. So if I was going to grab some stuff for me, I would start with that. Otherwise, there are minis that you can always give away. Your Royal Jelly lip care is also $9. Did I see a hand? I have you kind of off screen. Go ahead. Yeah,
but the best thing about those holiday sheet masks is that when you're at 50%, they only cost you $2.33 each, which makes it a great giveaway, and you can mail them for like an 1.5 ounce price. I mean,
absolutely.
They fit in a 6x9 envelope. And people love them.
And the ingredients are so much better than the $2 masks at Target. So like if you're going to give some gifts, have a look at these guys. I see Sarah's hand. Go ahead.
My question is, we can do as many $99 orders as we want, right?
Sure.
There's not a limit. So if we still want to go order some things,
yes,
we still can.
Yep. You're hot to trot.
I love it.
I love it. I love it. Any questions, comments, concerns, or compliments on this special? Anything important that we want to discuss?
Those very powerful lip care things for $9 are also a great deal.
Truly. $4.50 for a lip. That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, those make great thank you, appreciation gifts. They make whatever, and they're good to have.
Yeah, 100%. What else do we have on the table? We obviously have our Diamond Holiday Kit that's going to expire at the end of December. We won't see that again. So when you're working with somebody new, have them take a look at that. They can also take a look at the Winter Beauty specials to save up to 75% off retail prices. And that end of the year sale is also extended. That started on Saturday or extended on Saturday through the end of the month. So you guys have a lot of stuff on the table in order to grow and to keep moving for the end of December. Okay. Any questions, comments, concerns on this one? We good? We're good. So join us for our final 2023 events. We just kicked off that Marketing Monday over there. We have the live Hive tonight at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. We have a training Tuesday tomorrow for the new site tour with the Q&A. It's going to be a good one. So if you guys can make it, that would be awesome. That's going to be on Zoom. It's the English Business Meeting Zoom. And we have this posted everywhere. I'll post it for you again. And then finally, we have the Leaders Networking Workshop, the end of the Building a Resilient Team. If you are on that leader workshop, make sure to fill out your form to finish up last meeting's adventure that we had together. And there's a lot of good information on that workshop coming up. I'm really excited to see how that pans out. I just wanted to take a quick peek with you all at the social calendar for the end of the month. We have the social calendar that y'all have had this whole time. And I have to say that on the 27th, that fruitcake and face masks party with friends, leftover Christmas dessert, always blew it out of the water with my business and my team. And I love it so much. So if you do it, please tell me how it went or how it is going. And then Carla posted these prompts for the end of the month to share some things to do on social that might engage your audience, might engage new folks in your business. So I started here with the 18th. So if you have, I want to do something, but I don't know what to do, check out this slide and it offers you a couple of great ideas of things that you can do to engage your following on the internet. Okay. I love personally showing how you unwind because self-care at this time during the holidays is so important to your mental and physical well-being. And I also love thanking your followers and your customers with maybe a little giveaway, something to engage them at the end of the year to give them something a little extra. So finally, some save the dates for January. Okay, we have the business meeting, the kickoff on January 2nd. We have our Marketing Mondays listed out because we have some days off for holidays. Okay, so we have Martin Luther King Jr. Day on the 15th and New Year's Day on the 1st off. So our Mondays will be the 8th, the 22nd, and the 29th. Okay, we have your leader workshops on the 3rd and the 24th. We have more information on that coming for you soon. Share this one with your teams. The regional celebration is January 9th. And the compensation compass, which is something we're trying new for 2024, will be on January 16th. We're going to deep dive into the pay plan and into ways to earn that might not be obvious. It'll be fun. And then we're going to be live. We're going to be live and in person in January. So in Hartford, Connecticut, if you're a Nor'easter, I will be there on January 6th, but we have a special guest who's also coming. Jackie Geisinger is going to be there too. So it'll be your two Jackies, a double duo deck out in Connecticut. So I'm excited. It's going to be fun. We also have Jackie alone in Santa Monica, California, Portland, Oregon, and Seattle, Washington. If you have any interest in any of those meetings, please do reach out to one of us and we will get you hooked up with all the information. I know Connecticut friends, I will have an invite posted for you very soon to share with your teams. This is everyone is welcome. It's a Saturday from 9 a.m. to noon. So I'm super excited to share that space with you guys. And then finally, very last, I would love to invite all of you to, before our next time together, start working on your 2024 vision board. So what makes a good vision board? putting photos, words, anything that inspires you to be more and have more in the coming year. My vision board always includes something personal, something business related, and then something I really want to make money to afford, right? My very first vision board had a brand new renovated basement on it, and we did it. My basement is finished. And my little brother lived in it for a couple of years. So it was a really big part of achieving that goal, was looking at it every single day on my vision board. So I encourage you guys to start thinking about that vision board, start looking forward to 2024. If you have a title goal, if you have a monetary goal, anything that feels important to you, put it on there. If you have a word that's going to outline 2024 for you, if you have an intention, anything that feels important, start working on that vision board so we can talk about it together in January. And then most importantly, make sure to schedule some time for self-care, for taking time for yourself. This season is really long and arduous, and it can be really hard for people mentally, physically, emotionally. And we are in the business of pampering. So don't forget to take that time for yourself, you guys. It's really important. You can't pour from an empty cup, right? Can't take care of everyone around you if you're not full. So my hope for you for the end of this year is that you continue to fill your own cups as well as the people around you. And I know that y'all fill my cup so much, and it's been such a pleasure to have this year with you. And I'm so excited to go forward into 2024. But that, my friends, is the end of Marketing Monday. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, compliments, please feel free. Let me check the chat. And I am going to, yes, I will be sharing these slides on WhatsApp and in an email. Yeah, you're good. Attitude and decision. I love that. I still have to figure out my words for 2024. It's probably going to have something to do with patience because I don't have a lot of that. But if you all need anything, you know where to find me. I'm going to have these recordings and these slides up as soon as I can. But go out there and slay the end of December. We have so much time, 14 days to finish what we want. There's truly nothing y'all can't do. Got it?
Yep.
Say
Got it.
yes.
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 Merry,
right.
Merry Christmas
Yes.
and
Merry
Happy New
Christmas
Year.
to everybody.
Just
Happy
in case.
everything. I'm so glad to
Yes.
see all of your beautiful faces. But take care and go out there and get something done. Okay?
I
And
will.
Cheryl, I'm going to match
Knock
you
them
with 100.
naked.
That's right. Knock
All
'em
right.
dead, friends.